Hello, today we are going to be reading and reacting to some Am I the A-hole dramas in Reddit. Am I the a-hole for wanting to ask my ex for rent money months after our breakup?
Oh shit! No!
It is possible, it is possible.
नहीं! ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. कह दो कि ये झूठ है.
I, 26 female, was in a very complicated relationship with my ex, 29 male. Anytime someone says complicated, I know I'm going to be stressed for the whole episode. Before dating, we were best friends. And when we got together, it turned into an year and a half of on and off where he kept going back and forth between me and his ex-girlfriend.
No! Fuck! Shit!
When a guy is not sure between you and someone, it's neither of you, babe. It's not worth the time and effort or anything you put into. And eventually, he said he chose me and wanted to commit.
It's a lie! It's a lie!
The relationship itself was extremely hard on me and my self-esteem. He constantly insulted me and compared me to his ex and isolated me from people. He never paid for anything and said he couldn't because he was still financially tied to the house he owned with his ex. I tried to be understanding. So he has a house with his ex and he's living with you and he's not paying the rent. How did you get into the situation? At the time, I was paying rent and covering most of the expenses. I repeatedly asked him to at least contribute financially or help with cleaning if he truly couldn't afford rent. He didn't do either. I accepted it because I cared about him and believed things would improve. This is the part that actually hurts, right? Few people, they don't change. The change which will happen to them will be extremely late or it never happens in most of the cases. Things escalated badly. He hit me once.
No.
He's not paying the rent. You're doing all the housework. You should have left him then and there. He continued to compare me to his ex and eventually he broke up with me at a point when I was unemployed and emotionally drained. Of course, he left you when you had nothing. Babe, he came in for the money.
Must be funny in the rich man's world.
Months later, his house with his ex was finally sold. After our breakup, I asked him for the money he owed me. He said he couldn't afford it because he has bought a van. At that time, I didn't push harder because I was still emotionally attached and was trying to survive the breakup. Now that I've come some distance and I'm finally starting to recover, I'm realizing how much financially I supported him. Altogether, what he should have paid me in rent and expense comes about 5,000 euros. Are you kidding me? So, here's where I'm unsure. Would I be an a-hole if I reached out now, months later, and asked him to pay me back the rent and expense he never contributed to? A part of me feels like you enabled this behavior in him. I mean, you never asked for the rent or expense. You just tried pushing it. He said no and you left it. You should have set the boundary sooner. But is it worth going back and talking to him and trying getting the money from him? I don't think so. I don't think he'll pay you, to be honest. We have an update. I consulted my lawyer and she said I have enough proof proving that he owes me and we had an agreement.
You smart.
She would be the one doing the talking to him, not me. I mean, you had an agreement. I thought it was all verbal. Sorry, I must have missed explaining it. He agreed on paying half the rent but kept asking me to pay ahead because he couldn't afford it due to the house that he still had with his ex. And I did. And I kept asking him for the money, half for the rent and food. He kept on saying that he couldn't afford it because he came back from an expensive trip and he'll pay me soon. He has money for his expensive trip, for buying a van. He definitely had money to pay you back the rent. He didn't just want to because he know you're gonna anyway pay for it.
Judgment for the plaintiff, that's all. Out.
You need not talk to him. Just get the money back and move ahead with your life. Love this for you. See you in the next episode. Bye. Still financially tried. English vara maatengudhu. I try to be understanding. இந்த லைன் படிக்கிறதுக்கு எவ்வளோ நேரம் உனக்கு?